Good morning, chats. How is everybody doing today? I hope everyone's having a fantastic Saturday. Bright and early here, 10 a.m. Ready to watch NIP up against E1 Academy. Smoky day here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I walked outside to get me a little coffee, which I don't know why it's like 90% milk. I hate espressos, and I'll tell you why. I hate lattes, I'll tell you why. Because the size you order of the latte doesn't change the caffeine amount. It just changes how much milk is in there. So I got a large latte with a double shot of espresso, but there's too much milk. So I should have just got like a medium latte. Are you good? She has a spring. I don't know if you can see her. Anyways, yes, they should be going live pretty quickly here. I think it is live. It says it's live. Alright, there's a 7-minute timer up. So that's how much time we got. Sometimes the timer's been wrong, though. Yesterday the timer was wrong a couple of times. Anyways, I hope otherwise everybody's having a good Saturday. Again, it's very smoky in Edmonton today. I went outside and the entire sky is just white. And it hurts to breathe and it hurts to talk. So I might be a little less loud this stream. We'll see. I also want to get loud for fantasy though, so we'll find out. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how my throat holds up. But otherwise, I hope everybody's having a good day. I didn't do much since our last stream. Last stream was an evening stream. Today's a morning stream. So, watched some YouTube videos. Had some dumplings. The game is currently being broadcast in the Valorant category, which is super good. There is also a B stream again today. I don't believe there's any relevant teams. Here is the schedule. So on the B stream, which we're not watching, it's Kurazinho versus 7Rex. We are going to be watching NIP versus E1 Academy. E1 Academy, not a great team, not a bad team. Certainly not as good as Elevate Academy, who we watched yesterday. Then it's W7M Academy versus Sintros. We're not really going to be watching that. FC, you're not a football club. What are we doing here? And then MIBR versus some rando garbage team. MIBR should win, but it's MIBR, so you never know. They could fall apart. We're starting with some Group A action today. NIP currently top of the group. E1 Academy. These games have been played. I think Wikipedia is just not up to date, to be honest. Because the games were scheduled to get played last week. Maybe they just weren't played and they were delayed. Bracket? Yeah. Okay, E1 Academy currently 3rd place in the groups. They've played one game and they won. So that must have been this game. So they beat 7Rex, which, again, maybe not the biggest deal. I'm mostly just excited to see what Fantasy does today. I'm mostly just excited to watch him play. That's what I'm here for. Let me start Mini Siege back up again, too. What are you doing back there? She's having a good time. Let me boot up my Mini Siege. Probably similar stream to tomorrow, by the way, where we might play some Rainbow Six between the games, because there is like an hour break between the matches for some reason. What's up, belated devil? Sorry, yes. Now you can type exclamation point leaderboard. I wasn't running the bot before now. That's the one downside to making your own bot. If you're not constantly running it, people can't use it when you're not. They can't use commands when you're not live. You have to wait 30 seconds. Tough. I'm doing alright. Devil, how are you? Speaking of NIP, where do I think Muzi will go next? That's a good question. He is looking, yes? He's not on one of these teams, I don't believe. No. It looks like he's grinding X-Defiant, I won't lie. And he's, what, on the broadcast? I don't know that Muzi will join another team, to be honest. It seems like he's playing a lot of X-Defiant, and he's posting selfies with analysts and broadcast talent, which makes me think he might just want to cast Siege and play X-Defiant. He looks pretty good. He's making Call of Duty montages. I mean, Muzi's had a pretty good career. SI champion, back-to-back SI Grand Finals. Never won a real major. I got a lot of respect for somebody who literally plays on one team for their entire career. Because NIP bought the roster of Santos Dexterity, right? It's the same roster. Maybe I'm wrong. Santos Dexterity became Team Font, and then I think Font became Liquid, right? Or FaZe Clan, right? What's a girl to do? Lying on my bed staring into the blue. Yeah, I think Font became FaZe. Yeah. Alright, so not technically on one team for his entire career. But if you ignore year 2, season 1, where they did not do very well, one team his entire career. That's a fucking legacy, man. Seven in the lobby currently. Fault's played on SSG for his entire career. His entire pro career, yes. Fault's came in from Organized Chaos. Map score for NIP versus E1. I have no idea what the map will be. Probably like a fucking Oregon or something. Actually, I can see it's Cafe. Score prediction, Cafe for NIP starting on attack. I'm saying like a 7-1, 7-2 maybe. I have zero faith in E1, to be honest with you. We'll give him 7-2. We'll give him 7-2. Oh, Bladed Devil. Wait, you're on E1 Academy. Shit, sorry for saying you get 7-2'd. Bladed Devil, prove me wrong. I want to see you guys succeed. You're not on the Wikipedia. No, you like NIP. What? I'm confused. He's a fan. Oh, I understand. I was confused. All right, good. I thought you were saying you were waiting for your team to play against NIP. I misread. Okay, my bad. No, I think NIP is going to smoke these guys. The E1 logo is disgusting. Yeah, the E1 logo is really bad. It looks like... I don't even know what it looks like. It looks like a movie title from the 90s. Keedstars could take advantage of Muzi. The thing about a player like Muzi, who his entire career he's been on a top team, right? To go to like a tier, to go to like a, like, Keedstars are a good team, but they don't have the same prestige as like an NIP or a Liquid or a FaZe or even like an MIBR, to be honest, right? Like, they're just not a top team. A lot of pro players that leave top teams, when choosing between going to like a bottom team and retirement, will choose retirement. Something Laxing talked to me a lot about when he joined the NAL desk was like, you know, after he left Oxygen, he played one stage on Parabellum, and he could have kept playing on teams like Parabellum, but he just didn't enjoy it, wasn't, you know, didn't think that he could win with those teams, and so for him, it, like, wasn't worth it. And also, he just wasn't getting great salary on Parabellum, obviously. Famously, the org didn't pay people by the end of it. Yeah. So that last part probably wouldn't be an issue with Keedstars, but still, I think if you don't have faith, if you're a team like a player like Muzi, who's got such a long history, it can be, I think, difficult to want to make that change. Anyways, the game is starting now. So, for those who do not know, before Furia had Herds and KZ and JV92, Furia had Fantasy. Fantasy joined Furia when he was 18 years old and played for them for a solid 3 years. 2 or 3 years. During which he attended back-to-back SIs getting top 12s. He attended a bunch of majors, and he was famous for having some of the best mechanical ability of any player in the world, but having zero idea how to use it. Just the most brain-dead player you've ever seen. Way over-aggressive, swinging everything, always on the roam, always pushing, always fighting, and he often could bail himself out with his great aim, but too often it felt like he was just making bad decisions which would get him killed in really stupid ways. Eventually, that team disbanded, Fantasy got dropped, and he was relegated to playing on Tier 2 and bottom-level teams for the last couple of years. But now, it is his time for redemption. NIP have picked up Fantasy, brought him out of the low-level teams he's been playing on, and they are gambling on him to be their main star player going forward. So I ask you now, chat, in this match against E1 Academy, does Fantasy finish first on his team, as in the most kills, second on his team, as in the second most kills, or bottom 3 on the team, as in third, fourth, or fifth most kills? I'll give you 2 minutes to bet your channel points now. Welcome back, Exia. Fantasy 1v5 against Eminem on Theme Park. Yup. Those were the good old days. Defending Throne Room, I believe he was. Getting an ace clutch. True 1v5, one of the rarest things in Siege. He's starting on the Dokkaebi, round number 1, going top floor. I have often said that Fantasy is my favorite player to watch in all of Rainbow Six. Because he's so much fun. Mechanically insane. And just so fucking aggressive. Takes every gunfight possible. This is really funny. The attackers had a drone on Wamai, and Wamai had a yokai drone on the guy outside the building. So they both were trying to get the jump on each other, and eventually it will be NIP, who uses that intel advantage to get the opening pick. Good morning, Tink. Novi's was the best player in MIBR with Bullet and Cyber. Sadly, Novi's would be a player that rarely gets remembered. Yeah, I do think Novi's is not a player that people talk about very much.
Já vem a caça por aqui, o Psycho procurando o Ica, que é encontrado no terceiro andar.
There's no way that was a missed round, right? No, that was an attacker. That was Fantasy. So Fantasy's currently White Stairs, I do believe. I think he's in laundry. It's gonna be a cocktail attack. Now, cocktail attacks are fine, they're good, but they're very reliant on the buck. Because to clear cocktail, you typically do it with a combination of nade pressures from the window, as we're seeing from Psycho, and pressure from down below. Now, you can use a Deimos to get that vertical pressure instead, but it's a little bit trickier, and it seems like it's been unsuccessful so far. Oh, but there's actually nobody that stuck around inside a cocktail. These E1 players, I think, had the opportunity to make some moves. He jumps out to kill Psycho. Not a great start for Fantasy. Super winnable for both teams. Cons is better though. Soya had that if he just gets the trade. I mean, he's still in a tough spot to win the round, but he could have done it. Good round from Cons. Fantasy himself, a little bit disappointing, I would say. Walks up White Stairs and gets domed. But it's one round. Cool down 10 degrees in the UK. Today is fire. There's a bunch of wildfires going on in Canada, so the sky is nothing but smoke today, which makes it very hard to breathe.
Obrigado pra Leisa, a mãe do Didi, que tá aí no chat também. 1-0 pra equipe da NiP.
And it's still pretty hot too. Hates is more star player energy than Fantasy? You really think so? I mean, round one certainly proved to be. I think Cons was the MVP of round one, holding down the post plant, but yeah, we'll find out. Is this a tier 1 team also? No, this is E1 Academy, so they're a tier 2 team. Pretty solidly. Thank you, Devil. I made it myself. Well, a lot of the assets I didn't make. A lot of the yellow and black stuff was drawn for me, and then I put it together. 40 Celsius? Holy shit. That's awful. I'm so sorry. It's like 33-ish here. With no AC, it's still pretty hot. Alright, good counter to the Blitz already. The Blitz jumps on in, and they pretty quickly set up a good crossfire for it. Monty banned out, of course. They kind of need to get... My worry is if they're trying to get in above, is there not vert on this guy? There's no vert on Cons, apparently. Yeah, there's literally nobody on E1 Academy playing the top floor. I think that's a misplay from them. If you have somebody up above, Cons is literally dead right now. But not a single player on either team wants to play top floor. Gunfight for Fantasy? Oh my god, shit on. Oh no, Fantasy. Rough start, 0-2. 0-2.
Já com bastante espaço sendo ganho, uma troca rápida entre Pino, Ica e Will pra deixar o 2 contra 2.
The team has a lot of time to work with. They can sit back, they can drone. Yeah, I like this reposition from Hates. Set up a little pinch on the site. distract with Cons, as he's doing right now. Cons is shooting his gun a lot. He's trying to get hates in, and that's a freebie. Good coordination, good patience from these two players. I like that. And now this guy is probably...
consegue a bala, eliminação dupla, na mão do Will, tranca pro 1v1.
Cons has to be the MVP 2 rounds in a row.
Espera pelo tempo, fez o fake, e
and he is
garantido 2-0 pra ele.
Back to back, clutching up in the late round. Maybe I should be hyping up Cons and hates more than
Vocês acharem que precisa aumentar mais o microfone? Só falar aí no chat se vocês acharem que precisa diminuir mais o jogo. A gente dá uma diminuidinha no jogo também, pra não ficar estourando o ouvido de vocês. E sabe que Rainbow Six é um jogo altíssimo, porque tem muita coisa acontecendo no mapa ao mesmo tempo.
Is Clash good on Cafe, or is that a weird ban? Clash is okay on Cafe. You'll see Clash on the basement sometimes in Kitchen. I'm a big believer that usually you can counter a Clash with like good vertical play and like a Capitao. I don't think Clash is that strong on the basement. On the other sites, Clash is not great. The problem with Clash on the site is there's a lot of vertical destructibility, right? Like that's like the main feature of Cafe is vertical play. And Clash isn't super happy when there's somebody above or below her. You see Clash sometimes brought on the top floor too, especially for like a reading defense. You could play Clash like in the hallway here to slow people down as they try to push across the top floor and eventually execute vertically onto reading. I would say it's a weird ban though, yeah.
Cuidando do pique, a equipe da NiP sabe que a vantagem de começo de round é importante de ser mantida, já que o tempo já tá contra eles.
It's a weird ban, but NIP are also a pretty shield-heavy team, so I think it's a mixture of like E1A reading the NIP do like the shield, which is why they banned the Monty in the Clash, and them just themselves kind of taking this as like a we hate shields. Shields are not fun. What is he doing? Why did he shoot 6x Kairos at one castle barricade? They landed, did they not? Might have been a visual bug on his end.
Na verdade, o Will agora somente que tá fazendo esse trabalho de lurker, roamer ou de
What's up, Thunders? Good morning.
coragem do espaço.
NIP play Clash on Kitchen. Yeah, Kitchen's definitely like the most common site to play Clash on this map. That doesn't surprise me. And NIP do love their shields. Drone bug.
Sério, gentinha?
Love this.
Tá bugado? Voltou.
Oh.
Voltou nada. Cadê o próximo drone? Perfeito. Tô conseguindo ver
Come
alguma
on.
coisa? Tô,
Hey, we fixed it.
O Will conseguindo a eliminação
Rainbow
pra
Six
cima
Siege.
do Hates, ele ainda lá embaixo.
And under the cover of a visual bug, E1 Academy have grabbed a 2-man lead. Almost killing Fantasy as well. He's basically dead to rights. First from the bottom. He is. He's at 0-2 right now. About to be 0-3 if he gets tickled at any point in this round. Tough to see what happened. I feel like, honestly, Pino has been the weakest member of NIP so far. Lots of really early deaths in really impactful positions. Like, the buck is so important when you want to go for this cocktail take on top floor Cafe. Such an important operator, and both times they've attacked this bomb site, he's been first dead. Or he might have been second dead this round. I didn't remember.
Para a região do Natal, se mantém no piano. Será que busca? É centrado, Psycho já cai na vermelha, vem fazendo esse puxa, mas tem o painel do Cast.
Cons has been fantastic so far through this game, but the 2v5 might be asking a little much.
Vão ter que abrir o pixel da maneira que conseguem agora, vai ser na mira, vai ser botando a reta.
2:30 in the morning watching Nip. That's the esports dream. That's the grind set.
Vem posicionado, o Ica, fica tudo nas mãos do Psycho, que consegue eliminação, mas fica muito miado. E o seu 100 de vida podem se transformar em nada a qualquer hora. O Will bem posicionado.
They drop a round, but honestly, your first attacking loss coming round 3 of Cafe is really good. It's tough to really analyze that because we didn't get to see how those first 2 players died thanks to the drone bug, but ultimately, not a round that NIP are too sad about losing.
Fantasy, o Pitbull não precisou entrar no jogo ainda. Mas agora o pessoal vai começar
Cons
a
is
pensar em
really good.
acionar, porque é o primeiro round da
What
E1.
team was Cons on before NIP?
Já
I know
no
he's been on NIP for a little bit. I don't think he was straight to NIP, was he? Oh, Tropical back in the day. Yes.
A defesa sendo
The good old days.
na sala de leitura.
But no, he's been on NIP for a long time now. And then Escalino de Bubu before that.
E a gente já vai
Santos
trocando
Esports
lendários pra
before
ver se
that.
temos alguma defesa
Yeah,
vertical.
Cons has been around. He's never really had that
Pela pegada, mas
success.
por enquanto,
Top 8 in Copenhagen was probably his best result ever.
poucos reforços.
Also top 12 at SI,
utilizados.
I guess,
Agora o
with
Will
NIP.
começa a dar as primeiras mãos aí,
But
que
in
é o
neither
mais
tournament did NIP look
andar
amazing.
de cima,
I think they were definitely the worst team in top 8 of Copenhagen.
então, aquela famosa defesa vertical da
And
parte de cima.
in SI, they were a little bit
Pode esquecer o bombe.
bracket blessed, if I do recall.
Mira, posiciona o Will.
Yeah, the only team they beat in the bracket was Fury.
Já aquele pixel de abertura caso os jogadores venham entrando pelo famoso Edson.
Okay, Fantasy is off the Dokkaebi. I did the same thing yesterday. Yesterday, we played a little skyscraper. I started the Dokkaebi and realized that shit wasn't landing. I, too, went to the IQ. Me and Fantasy, we're on the same wavelength here.
Os últimos ajustes da defesa ainda sendo feitos, enquanto a equipe da NiP vai cercando, vai fazendo cerco, fazendo o siege.
IQ makes sense, obviously. Great weaponry. You're up against a Valk. Don't really need much more than that to justify an IQ.
Mantendo o controle agora, entrando finalmente pelo rapel. Os jogadores vêm conseguindo com unhas e dentes essas
Hates his
trocas.
fucking aggro.
As primeiras,
Fantasy
pelo
opening
menos,
pick.
pra
Now he
tentar
immediately
eliminar
dies, but that
o
is the
andar de
fantasy
cima.
way.
Vai conseguir a eliminação com o Fantasy, mas o Souza vem trocando. Deixando
Ain't
aí
nothing more
na
fantasy than getting the opening pick and then dying.
Souza
I'm just
com
glad
mais
he's on the
uma,
board,
vai
though.
conseguindo seu double, tentando se virar como pode, acaba sendo trocado pelo Hates. 3 jogadores sobram pra 1.
They still have a guy in Cigar?
NiP, apesar dos 6 da vida.
Awkward. So NIP have like most of top floor, but there's one defender still in Cigar who they're misdroning. Don't misdrone him. Okay, they found him. They found him. And he will escape by the skin of his teeth. He's out. Okay. I like that play from the castle. You know, if you can rat, great. But, you know, it's not worth dying up here. Waste some time.
O alarme já sendo quebrado. Os jogadores
Now they've got to
posicionando
execute
drones.
with health disadvantage 3v3. You're not going to really know without the Dokkaebi where these ratty players are. Valkyrie playing all the way over by the by like pillar right here. This is a dangerous spot. It's one they're unlikely to check. They might not actually be coming down this way. Ooh, did they just drone him? They may have just droned him, however.
Esperando a próxima call. Os drones vêm passeando.
Does Cons know? That's my question. Does Cons know where this IQ
Vai
is?
sendo cada vez mais executado, preocupado.
I mean, he'll obviously know there's a good chance someone's there regardless, but
uma bala de baixo pra cima
Oh,
só
red
olha
flank.
só o flanco. O Ica, na hora certa,
There has to
já
be a
sai
drone
de
set up
dentro
for
do
this.
bombe, sabe
There
daí,
must
tem
be.
jogador cego, vai tentando executar o plant. Bala
No.
do Ica pra cima do Reis,
Oh, it's a
vai
good
procurando pela
flank.
outra, sabe da marcação do
They
jogador,
will finish plant,
10
though.
segundos
Everybody
restantes, o
retook top
desativador
floor.
instalado. No
This is
vertical,
actually
vão
really smart.
trocando os papéis, agora
If
a
they
equipe
can get
da
the
NiP
kills.
em perigo com os pixels que
Now
acabaram
it's a game of
fazendo.
hide and seek. NIP needs to stay alive.
Só que vai retomar espaço. Pode pegar de surpresa, ver o jogador passando e espera pelo tempo. Psycho jogando na inteligência, jogando na sabedoria. O Condes ainda se protegendo no bombe, mas é o Psycho que encontra eliminação em cima do Will. Sabe
This is
que
a
pode
really
ter
interesting
mais,
position.
espera pela abertura,
Where's the other
sabe que o
defender?
tempo é valioso,
They're gonna try to take a
o tempo tá
1v2
do lado
against
dele.
Psycho.
E
They need to kill.
agora,
They need
a
to go
equipe da
fast,
E1
bro.
já
They're
não
just
tem mais
going
pra
too
onde
slow.
correr, tem que vir pra cima, tem que buscar a
Now they
troca.
gotta take two
Jogador
1v1s,
atrás da
they have to
bomba,
win both.
O Pixel
They lose
cravado,
one.
Condes
GG.
com mais uma, fica tudo nas contas do Ica. Na abertura de Pixel consegue o
Well,
double, mas não
honestly,
tem mais
really,
tempo,
I
irmão.
like the
Troca a
strategy
bola
from
do Psycho.
E1 Academy
E round
there.
na
They
conta
send
da NiP.
all 3 players to the top floor as soon as that plant starts going down. I just think they were a little bit slow on actually clearing through the top floor, and then they just couldn't find anything with that top floor. If they'd been able to kill the player in sight using Vert, then they could drop down, hit the defuse kit, they're in a 3v1, they're happy. But a little bit awkward. Maybe one person staying behind on site to just like push up and try to deny plant would have been smarter there. You're a Liquid fan, but you want Nip to bring back the glory days. Yeah, I want to see Nip do well as well.
Volta pro bomb site de cozinha.
NIP are a team that I think,
A equipe da E1
just legacy-wise, deserve to be at the international
fazer
events.
aquela gloriosa virada de
It's
lado
tough
com
because there's so
um
many good Brazilian
pouco mais
teams,
parelha,
right?
tentando conseguir pelo menos aqui dois.
But like, this roster excites me.
Depende de quão bem encaixarem.
Fantasy and Pino both dropping breadsticks at the moment, 1 and 4. Again, it's not the end of the world. Like, they're playing a pretty bad team, and they're still up 3-1 round count-wise. But these are, you know, players you expect to see a little bit more from.
Equipe da E1 que volta pra estratégia pouquinho mais avançada.
Hate the outline bug so much. Yeah, sometimes the outlines of players just appear to be the wrong color.
Esse blitz.
Just for no reason, it seems like, and it's super annoying.
Fantasy.
Alright.
Você pegou de surpresa.
Despite getting 0 kills on, okay, almost got that kill. A little bit of damage on Ika. Fantasy's going back to the Dokkaebi, is what I'm trying to say here.
Recuada pra não perder já a primeira
Which
troca,
Dokkaebi
porque
is really
primeiro
powerful
membro
when you're trying
da
to clear
equipe
these
da E1.
top couple of floors, and they're... The problem is there's only one roamer, right? I'm actually a little confused what they're doing with this blitz.
Equipe da NiP fazendo a limpa de cima pra baixo.
In North America, teams started using blitz to clear out VIP. They'd run through a restaurant with like a sends wall, and they'd try to kill the person in VIP. It is the smoke in VIP, not the warden, so that would work pretty well.
A informação que todos os
You're
jogadores
gonna
devem
need to
estão no
smoke or
primeiro
do
andar,
something to
seja
stop the player in
verdadeiras
Whiskey
ou
Bar from
vertical.
just killing you as you run past, and there is a
conduzido.
bulletproof that would watch that too. Otherwise, I don't know what a blitz does on Cafe bottom floor.
Yuri,
Like, specifically for like a freezer drop.
aquele gás tóxico.
Is he gonna run down
Caindo no
ground?
sapão. Vem dronando de novo, drones sendo destruídos. Aquela tentativa de confronto tático do Siege. Às vezes não tão bélico.
I'm worried about their executability here. Like, they can pop these Goyo canisters with a Twitch, fine. They can use they can open up their vertical with the buck, fine. They can stop the flanks, but like when they actually have to go for this execute,
Para o sapão do freezer.
I guess they have a ton of smokes. They're gonna have to smoke everything and try to sneak in a plant. I'm just worried about the fact that there's probably a
Sabe que
BP
peça
somewhere in
mais focada é a peça
sight,
que não pode cair.
and these
Trabalho
toxic babes are gonna be a
vertical
problem
ali que
for
vai
you.
dando aquele dano de começo e o Psyche consegue
All right,
levar
nice
pra
little
cima
vert
do
pick,
Souza.
pick to start us
Deixando
off.
5 contra 4. A equipe da E1 buscou jogar
Still
pouco
very
agressivo,
curious.
mas
Is
as
this
jogadas
blitz
não
gonna-
se pagam,
oh, it's
porque o
dropping
Pino já consegue
freezer.
mais uma. Vai levando
Oh, you're
Ika.
basically just playing it
Agora
like
é
an
hora do
Osa.
cover, porque o plant já vai daqui a pouco
It's just
tá
a better
rolando.
Osa,
Vem
I
jogando
see.
de 12 na curta distância.
Fantasy
leva
on the
melhor,
board for
o
a
Psyche com
second.
mais uma, mas é a eliminação na mão do Will, que deixa o defuse no chão, mas o celular
Imagine
tocando no
he
bolso é
1v5s.
rasgado
Let's
pelo
go,
nome.
Fantasy!
Will
Alright.
pega ele, fantasizão, pra deixar o 4-1 na sua tela.
Definitely more of a supporting player in that push. But yeah, it's just an Osa drop. It's an Osa drop done with a blitz, and a lot of teams are doing this, where like Osa has a lot of problems as an operator, right? And I've talked about this time and time again, but I'm gonna keep hitting the nail on the head. Osa, if you run away after getting C forward, you lose your shield. Blitz takes his shield with him. Osa's shield, when she's just moving around and carrying it, isn't very wide. You can get shot in the side really, really easily. Blitz's shield's a lot wider. So what Cons does there is he drops the freezer hatch. He uses the blitz shield to block the player from VIP from shooting him as he drops, and then he goes to plant, trying to use the shield on his back as cover. Obviously, he chose to plant coffee. I think he did that to avoid the toxic babes. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't just plant on the bomb chassis.
A equipe da E1, que foi belamente defendido.
But in any case, he does die, but, you know, he gets into a strong enough position that his teammates get all the kills. It's still a good blitz round. It's not a traditional blitz play that you, like, expect. It's, again, very Osa-inspired. But there's just a lot of advantages to running a blitz as an Osa. And Cons did it great.
Já com uma defesa vertical.
3-4, he's back, baby. He is. Fantasy's bringing it back. And he goes to the Twitch F2. Oh, no. Okay, this is the real test. So back when Fantasy was fragging, he ran a lot of the F2 on Twitch. Back in the day, back when Fantasy was at his peak. But obviously the F2 has been nerfed into the fucking ground. And it now has one of the hardest recoils to control in the entire game. If anybody can control the F2's recoil, though, it's Fantasy. I want to see this. Again, rough game from Pino, but losing your Capitão feels quite bad. I won't lie.
Sem troca rápida da equipe da NiP, que vai contar somente com 4 jogadores. Sem bons utilitários do capitão para segurar. O After, as colmeias já posicionadas, vem entrando por aqui.
Fantasy getting in white.
De rapel pra cima deles, na abertura de Pixel, Kunz consegue a eliminação pra cima do Ica.
That's good recoil control.
Vem ganhando.
He's not hitting anybody yet, but like he is shooting straight with that thing. That looks like old F2.
A granada tabelada esperando o próximo push. O Ica finalmente foi cortado. O Yuri acaba caindo pro Psycho. Tem jogador marcado ainda, o Will.
He found one kill. He found one kill with it. We missed it. And then he gets traded. Kinda missed the shots on Souza too.
Vai se reposicionando. Bala pra cima do Hades. Deixando 2 contra 2. E a equipe da NiP, que tava com um ataque promissor.
No breaching charges at all. It's very, 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 very weird that they have brought a reading room attacking lineup with 0 soft breach. I guess they have the shotgun pistol on Psycho, but the fact that there's no Ash, no Buck, just no breaching charges in general is very weird. I'm surprised NiP are running so much Nomad. Most teams don't value the Nomad this highly. I mean, E1 have been doing a lot of flanking. They've even hit a couple air jabs. Like the first kitchen attack, somebody hit an air jab. So it's not like it's not getting any value. There's nobody on that bulletproof? Hello? I mean, he gets the kill regardless. Psycho does not clutch this. Almost a troll though, with nobody being on that DP.
Deixando a E1 roundzinho a mais na conta final e esse 4-2 no seu placar.
Good morning, Axon. There was a yellow ping. Someone was on the cam and it was bugged. Both the camera wasn't lighting up and the bottom of the HUD. Since we got a tech pause, we'll go back and check. I think what happened is there was a Valk cam that also had the ping. That is my guess. VODs are disabled? Man, fuck you. Alright, we're not going back, I guess. We may never know. Why are VODs disabled, bro? That's so cringe.
Voltamos rapidinho, enquanto esse remake vai sendo feito.
Puta que pariu.
Agora quem ficou surdo fui eu, tá?
Alright, did the other game have a tech pause too? We can quickly check the B stream. I don't know what the hell's going on with the A stream. The A stream is playing Rainbow Six main menu music. I had to mute that.
Aí você, aí, ó. Rafael. Adi, né?
Alright.
O bom era Caveira, Fuse, Warden e Jäger. É isso aí, Pablo. É isso aí. Mano, bani Jäger em pleno 2024.
When is CGG coming back? Fuck if I know. Supposedly it will be back at some point. I've been assured multiple times the numbers on CGG have not been deleted, but I don't know. I'm waiting too. I have genuinely had this idea, chat. If CGG never makes a comeback, And if I can get the database from them, I would start a website.
Ô, filho.
I would run my own CGG.
Solução
I wouldn't
disso, tá?
focus on news. I
A
wouldn't
Mi deve ter voltado lá da transmissão do Bonzi.
be as quick to update it or anything.
Se eu for ver a NiP, não veja tanto.
But if I can automate the process of uploading
Mas, mano.
stats that Ubisoft can give me without Ubisoft getting mad at me,
Meus amigos, bora pra essa gameplay que agora tá começando novamente 3-0 com o Raulzinho conseguindo fazer um jogo
I
lindo,
think
tá?
I think I could pull it off. And I would be
Exatamente,
willing
mesmo
to if
jogadinho,
CGG
evitar
just
a
like never
passagem
comes back.
fácil do jogador.
Because the fact that we have no
Lembrando que o
good
fogo
community
da
database
Xerica,
of like raw stats,
atualizou o dano um tempo
is
atrás,
fucking insane.
Ele tá um pouquinho maior, né? Então a gente tem aí um incremento, digamos, pra ela. E opa! Jangão, tá? Jangão conseguiu pegar a primeira
Stage 2
eliminação,
starts
já
in
tira o
September.
O que ele tava fazendo? Ele tava fazendo um pique pra externa?
I think I do have the exact dates in an email somewhere, but I definitely cannot leak them. Yeah, the B stream right now, 7 Rex versus Kuralzinho. These are two like tier 2/tier 3 teams from Brazil. I don't know who any of the players are. We're just waiting on the NIP game to come back. As soon as the NIP game comes back, we'll go back to watching it. But in the meantime, we'll watch this game. Currently looks like a defender-sided Consulate. I'm shocked. Shocked that Consulate could be won by the defending team.
Colocar uma granadinha ali pra tirar qualquer coisa.
Perhaps a little bit of hope from the attackers here, though. We do have a striker being brought as well. Striker with can openers on Consulate top floor.
Trazer um posicionamento diferente. Tem aquele escudo ali pra atrapalhar. Vai tentar
I guess
mandar
with
aquela
Grim
flecha em cima
banned,
também.
it makes sense. Usually you'd run a Grim there.
É.
Because you'd run Grim on the balcony, and then you'd open with your can openers, and then you'd throw your bees
Granada
in.
veio.
But instead, they're running it basically with can openers and flashes on Striker, I believe.
Tava ligeiro, conseguiu fazer a passagem. Tem jogadores do
Which is kind of an interesting way to do it.
Passou Doninho, acabou
All right, the
pegando
NIP
agora.
game is
Vem
loading
na
back
subida também
up.
na principal, escada rotatória e o jogador foi, tá? O
No
jogador foi,
shot.
não quis saber não, vai tentando
No
pegar
shot,
pezinho.
he's Spider-Manning in. Yeah, that shit did not work.
Teve eliminação, o trabalho do ZNN ali pra aquele jogador quase deu certo. Recuou no time certo. Foi aquela balinha no queixo, tá ligado?
The problem is stats are gonna reset for the fucking NIP game. Oh my god, and there's no VODs. We actually can't check what the stats were.
Avança agora pela essa marca jogador pra aquele lado. Vamos ver se vai ter paciência.
I might just
ou
have
não
to
na
cancel
frente
the
dele.
poll.
Vem na marcação ainda, do outro lado tem posicionamento, tá no chão.
I'm gonna play the last 30 seconds of this.
Do
We
outro
should
lado,
still load in
ele
before the
pega
first
ele, vem
round
cá.
action
Conseguiu
phase
igualar agora os
begins
dois lados.
of
Jango,
NIP.
buzuqueira, boa deles agora. Vértice tá marcando junto com o ZNN nas costas. A bala veio, conseguiu pegar dele. Sabe do posicionamento do jogador, tá no chão ZNN
Vert's got a
ainda.
1v3.
Pode ser arremessado nesse momento, mas o plant vai acontecer agora do
Bro's
outro
gotta
lado, agora
move.
na
You can pick up the
gameplay.
Chonka here too, actually. You can make it a 2v2 for sure.
Vai acontecer, exatamente.
Bro, pick up your Tachanka.
ZNN,
Pick up your
Vértice
Tachanka.
na sequência, Jango não prefere,
Pick
ZNN,
up your- now it's too
rotação,
late.
Buzuka vai abrindo.
Now you're dead to the
A
Hibana.
bala
Alright.
veio deles.
Well, we'll go back to watching the other game. Yeah, stats are reset, and I cannot rewind this VOD because he's got VODs off. So, I think we're just fucked, and I'm gonna have to cancel the channel point prediction. What's up, Super? Super, this is, Copa do Brazil. It's basically the Brazilian version of Element 3.
Lion já tocando. Menino Souza vai trazendo El recrutão com seus utilitários.
Fantasy was 5-4, but the channel point prediction is how is he doing in comparison to the rest of his team, and I don't know how the rest of his team was doing.
Na mão.
Or 4-5.
Gira longo, Pino. Quem procura
I could go back on my old VOD. Oh, wait, Axon actually cooking? Okay, you're right. We'll do that. We'll do that.
Esperando pouco de agressividade da NiP. Mas a NiP jogando o famoso Rainbow Six Siege.
So NIP went up 4-2 on their attacks on Cafe. They now move to defense.
Seus utilitários do tempo. Cobrindo o espaço do outro, trocas rápidas. Mais um drone EE1D dando aquela sobrevoada, mais um celular tocando. E os drones passando pela parte superior do mapa para retirar essa info. A equipe da Nipo vai deixando
Fantasy's playing
o celular
in
tocar
bathroom. He thinks he is Bolo.
e vai ouvindo.
He's playing bathroom cafe. He's got mirror window. He's got castle barricades. He's got all the utility in the world. I assume he had castle barricades on that door and window, and they just got destroyed. It'd be very odd to play the position he was in if he did not have castle barricades there. I wasn't watching, to be honest. Okay, he gets absolutely shit on by this Ashe.
Ele, Wilson, as peças que restam. Vai tentando buscar pelo individual, buscar pelas trocas.
This is a reading room bomb site, don't forget. Yeah, they're gonna fall off now. Now, unlike when NIP attacks this bomb site, E1 actually have soft breach. They have breaching charges on the Ashe, so they can start to work this site vertically from above. They don't have a ton of time. Yuri's going to start using them now. And they have a Lion as well. They've got good operators to make this 2v3 work. It's not going to be easy still. I think there's a C4. No, Psycho already used a C4. And Cons doesn't have a C4 either. So there's actually no plant denial here. They're going to have to swing. Oh, they swing. They win. The swing worked out. Fantasy 4 and 5, and I think still 4 and 5, right? I don't think you got a kill or a death that round.
Próximo round pode valer muito.
Swing and 1. Nothing wrong about that.
Que pode ser match point.
Oh no, he did die. He died for no kills. What am I saying? 4 and 6.
Da Nip.
4 and 6.
Que vai defender o bomb site de cozinha e Copa.
Cons continues to look like the best player on this team. On attack, he was amazing. And now, first round of defense, a little 2K on the anchor. It helps that 2 of his entry fraggers are putting up terrible numbers, but
Uma próxima entrada.
Cons has been super solid today.
Daí um vai atacar pra não deixar esse match point chegar na mão. Lembrando pra vocês que é melhor que então perdeu. Espera o próximo playday. Ganhou, fica feliz com mais um pontinho. Ponto de exclamação tabela pra vocês que querem descobrir aonde seu time está colocado, em qual grupo está colocado, contra quem está jogando.
Oh my god, Nightbot caught a real one. 9 times out of 10, when Nightbot claps somebody, it's a false ban on somebody who's just trying to post a tweet. That's an actual spammer. Shout out to Nightbot. Bakery rush in with Ashe. Immediately shit on by Pino, who gets 2 kills. Oh no, yeah. Psycho not so lucky. They lost their fucking blitz for that too. Well, it was a good try.
Trocas rápidas e sequenciais. Deixando o Souza ainda de pé, mas veio o Colts pro cover, conseguindo a eliminação pra cima do Souza. Fica tudo na mão do Will e o match point tá praticamente...
Yeah, this game might be over. I did predict a 7-2, chat. I did call 7-2. It's currently 6-2.
Pino com seu triple kill vai deixando um match point pra equipe da NiP.
The Bearing 9 triple. That's good Echo play. Rare to see an Echo not sitting on cams at the start of the round, but he was sitting in Bakery and he said, I'm not afraid.
Atacantes precisam encontrar e desativar o número máximo de bombas.
I'm pretty disappointed at U1 Academy. I mean, like, I didn't think they would do great. But, like, they are an academy team to a pro team, right? And they did start on cafe defense. I'm not necessarily disappointed in these players. I think these players are performing to about, like, where they are. I'm disappointed that E1 Academy doesn't have better players. Like, I feel like you should have Like, I feel like this team is significantly worse than some just, like, random no-name Brazilian teams out there. When in theory, they should have the resources and incentives to be better.
Final de posicionamento da defesa da equipe da NiP.
It is what it is. They're probably not getting paid anything. Maybe a very small amount, but
Famoso nunca
they're getting paid little to nothing, I'm sure. Fantasy again playing Bolo's favorite position. I want to see if he has castle barricades on his door and window. I assume he does. I feel like it's crazy to play there with that mirror window if you don't have castle barricades to protect you. There's one barricade on the cigar door.
No que pode ser feito, a equipe da E1 pensou em jogar rápido no último round, acabou sendo parada pela equipe da NiP, mais especificamente.
We may never know.
E seu triple kill maravilhoso.
Fancy, look to your left. Look to your left.
Cerco da E1 sendo formado, esperando pouco de agressividade, mas a NiP jogando.
I think it's just the caster who's observing this, by the way. I don't think they have like a real observer on this, which is why the observing's been a little bit, you know, as it's been. This is do or die for Elevate Academy. Match point to counter my prediction. Fantasy immediately dies to Will. And I would still say NIP are favored to win this round. So this is very bad for the fantasy believers in chat. Psycho immediately retakes his position. So Fantasy probably only died because he overswung. If the position was fully compromised, Psycho probably wouldn't have retaken it. Although Psycho is also dying, so maybe the position is just compromised.
Sendo quebrado para dificultar essa visão, vai entrando por aqui o Yuri. Vai ter que garantir a
This is a big fight. If Yuri gets a kill here, the round looks really good. He forces a kill for his teammates. That's just as good. Yeah, Nork actually comes on in, frags too. My prediction is incorrect. Nork on the Ashe? I do feel like most of these E1 pushes just come down to an Ashe trying to frag out. Whereas I don't think NIP brought Ashe even a single time on Cafe, which is kind of absurd. With Mira up. But like E1 are using her well. What's up, game? There is one more game after this, but it doesn't start for like an hour, so we'll probably play some Siege or something in the meantime. Fantasy has learned to become a less selfish player. He dies on purpose first to play cams for the team. Ah, that makes sense. Am I gonna drink vinegar as punishment? No, that was only for, that was the last game. Maybe the next game. The next game is MIBR versus an absolute dog shit team. The problem is I don't have any faith in MIBR. I had faith that Liquid would not lose any rounds to a team full of nobodies. NIP and MIBR are less, I'm less confident in. Did I get a response for partner? I was denied. Do you make pistas or pasta tonight? Axon, you've been on a little Italian kick, haven't you? Go pasta. You made pizza last night. I was denied partner, but we keep grinding. We'll get there. Yeah, there's no way nip throw here. Fantasy playing the same position for the exact same, for I think the third round in a row. He is yet to get a kill from this position. Listen, if he likes to play in the bathroom, that's fine, right? I want to see some results from here. I don't think he's gonna get pushed, so he might not get to see it today. He is gonna flank though. This is smart. He's pushed up into piano.
Tomando bala, é o Pino que aparece. Vem
He's
pelo
got a
lado de
good
fora,
vertical
consegue
angle, too.
eliminação, esperando por uma gente cair, dormiu no pixel, o Norx mata, consegue eliminação, foi comunicar, coçou a bochecha, tomou bala.
Is Fantasy holding the defuse kit? I think he is. I think Fantasy's holding the defuse kit from above. Did Dokkaebi have it? Otherwise, I don't know where it would be. I don't think Ash had it. I think Dokkaebi jumped in with the defuse kit, died to somebody in sight. Yeah, he is. So Fantasy is holding defuse kit from above. That's huge.
Esse defuse. Tem jogador sendo pegado, Reitz. Vai tentando procurar troca.
And he just kills the guy trying to jump in for it. Nah, E1 Academy have to go in top floor and clear out Fantasy before they can do anything. Fantasy's just holding too strong of a position. And Fantasy's like easy to clear out. And they are doing it now. It's just really unfortunate they had to lose a body to do so. Now Fantasy has repositioned because he understands he's under pressure. He's actually fallen all the way back to bar. A really good angle.
Mas bem posicionado.
Now they don't see him,
Sabe do jogador na escada.
so they're going to give up. Which means Fantasy can retake piano and retake his vert angle he was previously on.
Quem sabe buscar rotação.
No, we can't. Will's still here.
Pixel, Will vai levando a câmera, vem tentando rasgar, mas o Will consegue eliminação dupla, vai fazer
Will lets him know how he feels, shoots the body.
Mas é o famoso.
That's a tough
Tem
one
que
for Fantasy.
enterrar agora o corpo. Granada pra abrir o pixel vertical, acaba errando o pixel que gostaria. O Ika vem tentando buscar essa abertura, mas o Will com mais uma vai conseguindo o
He
triple.
uses the
Fica
own,
tudo bem.
NIP's own vertical angle against them, and now Hates in a 1v2.
Acaba tomando bala, o Will já conseguiu o triple.
Hates
Pode
had a
conseguir,
decent
pode
game
buscar
so
por
far,
mais,
not amazing,
ainda
not bad.
posicionado, o drone pra cima dele, vem tentando ter paciência.
A little
mas o
afraid,
Will tem
a little
muita
afraid
bala
of
pra
Will,
jogar.
and this
4K
game,
na conta.
which was
Mais
once
uma
6-2,
hora.
has now doubled to
Vai, equipe.
6-4.
Já é uma Academy.
We're still not worried, but we're getting a little worried. Technically, for the group stage standings as well, it is better to get a regulation win than an overtime win. That's 3 points in the groups versus 2 points in the groups. I don't think it'll matter. NIP should finish, like, near the top of the group regardless. Even if they lose this game, they should finish near the top of the group. But, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Evitem que os atacantes desativem suas bombas.
Vai ser com emoção ou sem emoção?
So the group that we are watching right now, this is Group A. Group A has 6 teams. It has NIP, Furia, and then 4 like tier 2, tier 3 teams. NIP already beat Furia on the first play day. So NIP are poised to finish first place in this group, unless a massive throw happens.
Acaba conseguindo.
Faltam 10 segundos.
E destaque aí pra Will, que nesses 4 rounds.
Os atacantes estão a caminho para desativar.
Good morning, Flacco.
Peguei, hein? Anotou no caderninho? Nesses 4 rounds tem 9 eliminações. Aliás, 9 eliminações, 9/2 desde a virada de lados. Foi resetar o PC, já aproveitou pra botar aquele programinha.
NIP is taking from the strong and giving to the weak.
Colocou a pecinha ali entre o teclado e a cadeira e agora tá dando bala.
Fantasy started really poor. Fantasy didn't get a single kill till like round 4. Fantasy's like first quarter of this game, he only played Dokkaebi and he like couldn't win a gunfight.
Tentativa de controle, mas o controle vem com eles.
I think since the first 3 rounds, he's been solid. He's been like mostly even since the first 3 rounds. The problem is he just started like 0-3. And now, yeah, he's at like 5-9 or something. He still hasn't been great or like amazing since the first 3 rounds, but we'll see. Anyways, Fantasy is finally not playing top floor bathroom because, of course, this is a full anchor kitchen strat. Instead, he's playing Warden VIP. He's in a really important position. He does not have a deployable shield. Normally, players in Fantasy's position have a shield to play with. Fantasy chose to go for the C4 on Warden rather than the shield. That's very interesting. I don't know. It's hard to use a C4 from his position. One of the team C4 has already been used. I don't know, maybe he used it early.
Trabalho vertical sendo feito com sucesso
Maybe he
da equipe
pre-placed
da
it.
mas
I'm
vai
not
ter que
100% sure.
finalizar esse trabalho vertical com um ataque de ouro. Ouro não, né? De
He's a
champion.
yokai instead to play with, instead of a shield. I don't know about this.
Ataque de ouro é o meu na ranked.
That feels worse, playing with a yokai than playing with a shield.
Pelo jeito vai trabalhar pela parte do freezer, já vem granada pra expulsar alguns utilitários, a equipe da NiP.
We'll see though. Currently, he's faced zero pressure. Fantasy should be able to just kill anybody who drops freezer. There goes the C4. He missed his shots on the guy dropping freezer, and then he missed his C4. So he's completely flubbed this. Now he's full blind as a warden.
De mira aberta agora, todo mundo contando pixel.
And now he's being held. He wins the gunfight though. Will predicts incorrectly and he gets traded. He's not playing bad. His team probably wins this round regardless. But I feel like he could have gotten so much more there. If he's just like hard holding the freezer drop and hits his shots, like he had the opportunity to kill the Habana immediately there. And a yokai drone will win the game 7-4 for NIP. Not a bad showing. Honestly, I think Cons did really, really well. Okay, good, we caught it. I think Cons did really well, especially before the rehost. Pino started probably the worst player before the rehost. On defense, he stepped up and did massively. Fantasy was overall kind of disappointing. Hates was pretty good. Psycho was alright. Let's go. Let me go rewind my VOD to see what the total KD list is. I go here. I go. Can I watch this? I go. Alright, before the rehost was round 6. I think this is before the rehost. Yeah, right here, right here. Alright, Fantasy ends. He was 4-5 pre-rehost. He was 2-5 post-rehost. So he ends 6-10. Damn, he actually played really bad after the rehost. Felt like he was playing better than he was. I guess his bathroom holds were just like really bad. Anyways, that's 6 kills total, even before rehost. Both Psycho and Cons had more kills before than he did. So that's kind of tough. So that means that he is bottom 3 of the team. Where's most game as well? Let's see if this game is still going. It is. 7 Rex making a bit of a comeback. So congratulations to the fantasy haters in chat. Carter Man, the big channel point winner from this one. Are they doing quarters like in Element 3? No. Is Doc a solid choice for a kitchen hold? No. Why would you run Doc? I could maybe see a Doc in Bakery.
Posso falar, depois que a Ubisoft colocou que os reforços de parede é universal.
But generally, I think a Wamai is better because the Wamai protects against flashes. Doc is typically only utilized as a counter to Capitao. Right? Counter to Capitao and frag grenades and stuff like that. And Capitao on Kitchen is typically only brought for like smokes during a bake take. I mean, I don't think it's completely worthless. If you know your attackers are going to go for like a bakery-focused Capitao take, where they use their smokes vertically and then they, you know, are trying to firebolt you out of bakery, I think it could work. But I think there are generally operators that give you more value. Good night, Devil. Congratulations on your team winning. That E1 Academy is supposedly going to go play in LATAM. That's the team to
Tem
take down
Buzuka.
Revan
Conseguiu
and Team
eliminar
Cruelty
também, e
and Six
definição
Karma.
do Diniz pra cima
They're
ali do
hopeless.
MRZ. Bora ver o restante.
Unless you mean NIP.
Fui pegar o pratão pra bater o ramo.
Oh, 7 Rex?
Certo.
Oh, okay.
Olha lá, hein. Aquele
Let's
rangão
watch them then.
bolado. Não, relaxa, guys.
Do we think this 7 Rex team can take down Pyrox and the boys?
Pensa num negócio bom.
Currently, they got 2 players almost dropping double-digit kills. If Buzuka,
Sim, velho.
Buzuka and Boxzera, the two best players on 7 Rex, at least by this single game's kill
Marcação
count.
pra aquele spot. O jogador avança agora pela secretária, dá a tabela pra cima do Django. Posicionou. Ai, ai, ai.
Ah,
God damn.
Emocionou,
This Boxzera guy is
meus
seemingly doing well.
amigos. Tava ali posicionado. Eu esqueci o nome. Razor Bloom, né? Razor Bloom
If the
ali
players
da-
on FaZe
da
were to be
Torre.
let go like the
Ele
W7M
falou, ou eu
roster,
saio,
what
ou eu-
org picks them
ou
up?
eu saio, eu fico. Ou eu morro, eu morro.
I mean, it's so hard to know. I could see,
É triste, é triste.
what was the rumor for W7M when they went to Furia? It was either going to be Furia or,
Fica tranquilo, Tami.
what was the other team that
Mas
was
não vai
rumored to pick
qualquer
them
que
up?
não.
Loud. Yes, Loud. I could see Loud doing it. I have no idea if Loud is interested.
Entendeu? Então dá
I
pra
think the
parar,
Loud was actually just a
se
bait,
alimentar,
is my understanding.
encher o buchinho.
Does Fluxo have loads of money behind them?
Bora.
If they do, they should spend it on a better fucking team. I don't know. Maybe.
Boxzera tá...
Onde é que eu tô?
Ué,
Isso aqui.
ué, mano.
Isso
Tá
aqui.
subterrâneo, pô.
Honestly, like, I think Loud would make the most sense.
Mano, que
I don't know what we're doing here.
easter egg.
I think Loud would make the most sense, but I think that,
Nunca tinha visto essa caixa vermelha.
it's also just, like, very possible we'd see just an international team go in and scoop it
Tem
up.
uma caixa, por que ela é vermelha? Fica aí o questionamento.
Like, I could see, like, Elevate dropping their team to go try to spend money on that, or even, like, a Fnatic. Like, any of these big orgs that have jumped around to a bunch of regions in the past and don't currently have the best teams. I don't know if they'd be willing to spend the money is kind of the only problem here.
Todos os objetos, todos os mapas desse jogo, você consegue interagir.
Sim.
But honestly, who knows? It's really tough to say. Like, there's definitely a lot of orgs that have been interested in Siege and have just never found the right team to pick up.
Parece que acabou lá o jogo da NiP, tá?
Um,
Eu não lembro qualquer equipe contra a NiP, mas...
but it's like, it's very hard to know who those orgs are, right? I could even see like a Cloud9 if they were to break off from Beast Coast, like picking up that team.
Ou a própria Tami, né, que já que ela não tá fazendo nada aí... Ai, pra fora, Diniz!
Ué,
Trabalho,
G2.
rapaz!
Maybe. Probably not.
Eu digo, já que não tá fazendo nada, traz informação pra nós, né?
vamos ver, vamos ver.
Olha, ó por que morreu. Tami,
Diga.
por que ele morreu?
Ué, você mandou eu ver o jogo da NiP,
Não,
eu
não.
não vi.
Ah, então...
Heard said it on a video from Ubisoft. Loud looked like they were doing a favor by picking them up, so they decided to stick with Furia. Interesting.
Câmera do mapa Oma, minha galerinha. Aí, pô, deu bolinho demais.
Yeah, I mean, Loud would
velho.
make the most sense.
Passada, sofre bastante agora o Angels. Na verdade, Diniz novamente consegue pegar double!
Alright, there's been a Malusi just running around this basement all round. The attackers have had no idea how to deal with it. They're mostly just face checking shit here. I think this is probably over.
Nosso querido recruta.
Again, chat, we are waiting on the next game, which will be MIBR versus a tier 3 team.
Novamente, nas costas de novo, veio bola do Anja!
I think Brazilian casters overhype things sometimes. Can I say that? This was a flawless 5-0 round. One dogshit team beating another dogshit team. Let's tell it like it is. No hate to most game. Yeah, 53-minute timer on the A stream, so we're gonna be taking some time off. All right. Cal with the show cat. If you rewind to the start of the stream, Indy was just like playing with a spring down on the ground there. It was very cute. We got about 60 minutes before the next game starts up. So I think we play some Siege. I think we boot up. But I want to change my monitor around so that it's a little bit more comfortable to play. So you're gonna have to bear with me for a second here. Are we solo queuing? No, we can play with people from the Discord. I won't be in voice chat, but we can play with people from the Discord. It is time for a watermelon. If I refund some channel points for the fantasy prediction, you'll approve my Twitch partner. Celon, somehow I doubt you have that power. Somehow I just don't trust that you have the ability to follow through on that promise. Hateful with the hydrate. I can do that one. I think the average show cat is about 10%. I think you got about 10% odds for a show cat. Axon's already in game. Alright, bear with me. Hold on. Come on. All right. Now we've got a gaming angle. We're gonna want this. I'm keeping the door closed so that Jess doesn't walk past in her pajamas or something. Okay. And then I gotta set up my OBS. Nice. Hold on 1 second. I don't want to leak anything. I think we are good to game. Yes? The music is super loud. Is it? It's a bit loud. All right, who's gaming? Give me your watermelons, chat, in the Discord. You know what to do. It's a sign to stop playing. All right, let's chill. We got about 45 minutes till the next game starts, so we'll play a couple unranks. Keep it casual. Axon, can you set up the party? Can you just invite me? I'm not gonna join the Discord call, but I'll play in the lobby. You're not even playing? Motherfucker. All right. No, you're coming. Timberwolf and Kane, then. That's fine. All right, you've both been invited. What is this anti-cheat update bullshit? Timberwolf, are you telling me you're not getting in here? Let's go. Be back in 2 minutes? Brother. It's fine. That is Siege for you. That is the way the game tends to work. New OBS update, layout, why so chonky? My layout? Hateful, of course you can join. Nothing wrong with being bad. Just tell me your Uplay or add me, just J Chick. We're just having fun. We're just killing time while we wait for MIBR. All I ask is that you don't play Osa. That's my only request. Oh, Kane, are you talking about the spectator HUD? Yeah, the spectator HUD is... it's not great. Ubisoft has an anti-cheat. It updates every single time you launch your game, and it forces you to restart. It doesn't force the cheaters to stop using cheats, so some have argued it's not the most effective anti-cheat. The Ubisoft anti-cheat is great at forcing restarts, less great at actually stopping cheaters. That's part 2 of the plan. They're one part in. Hateful, are you playing or no? I don't know your Uplay, so you can't play unless I know your Uplay. It stops people from playing the game, so cheaters have no incentives. Listen, I come from TF2, and I know for a fact that shit doesn't work. I've been in TF2 lobbies with 10 people, and all of the other people are cheaters. They'll just cheat against each other. I guess in TF2 they were bots. So it was just robots that would join lobbies, spin bot, type slurs in chat. And that was about 90% of every single TF2 lobby. The watermelon's in the Discord, Hateful, but you don't have to actually send it. It's usually more for if there's lots of people playing. It's in the game night server, but otherwise just tell me your Uplay. Or add me, Jesse J Chick. Not problems like, how do I stop a cheating bot problems? Because that would fall under the purview of your conundrums of game development. Favorite operator on attack and defense? I like Habana. And I like probably Goyo. Alright, I'm just gonna queue us. Hateful, you take too long. You can join the next one, though. I love Outback. We got Jesse gameplay before GTA 6. Bro, I was live yesterday with gameplay. Oh, and he just added me on Uplay. That's tough. Tough timing.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Wall reinforced!
Down to 5 seconds. Bomb locations are secure.
Setting explosive ordnance. Secure the perimeter.
Heartbeat sensor deployed.
Great start.
Heartbeat sensor activated.
Okay.
4 eliminated. Mission successful.
What's up, Azazel? You forgot not everyone plays on sus? Bro, I can't play south. I'm too north for south. What's your ping, Timberwolf? Timberwolf, your ping's not even bad. 75? 60? 70? Could be worse. I still can't believe in the Esports World Cup qualifiers, they were forcing Argentinian teams to play on fucking South Central US servers. That is baffling to me.
Explosive ordnance is ready.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Plan your
Explosive
defenses
ordnance deployed.
accordingly.
I'm out! Gotta reload! Vulcan is ready.
10 seconds remaining.
Position.
Swapping mags! 5 seconds to insertion. Op 4 has located a bomb.
One reinforced! Deploying alarm. Placing alarm.
Don't love that start. Through the window. You're trying the yellow reticle? Yellow reticle's legit, bro. There's a reason why they paint school buses yellow, and it's not because it's hard to
One friendly
differentiate.
remaining.
Mr. Bean, we're baiting a little bit, Mr. Bean. Chat, is the stream laggy?
Op 4 has deployed a diffuser.
Yesterday there were problems with the stream lagging a bunch, and I'm looking at the stream on my POV and it looks a little laggy. So let me know if you're getting the same thing or not. It's lagging a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna stop mini siege, I think. Let me know if this fixes it, because it should fix it.
All friendlies were eliminated.
Usually when I stop mini siege, the lag completely stops. It did? Okay. Yeah, I just don't think I can run mini siege at the same time. Stealing my Goyo. What are we doing here? Timber. The problem with mini siege is it constantly scans. It's constantly scanning Twitch chat, right? So it's constantly going over Twitch chat and trying to read people's names to put it in the game, which is why it ends up being kind of laggy.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for assault.
Planting toxins.
Down to 10 seconds.
Loading new mag.
5 seconds.
Oh. Already a camera there.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
Don't get cocky, Goya. We have a cam in there.
Whoops.
3 in garage.
Fuck, that guy had me nailed.
One's on rotate.
I mean, I wasn't in the best spot because of the lion charge, but still.
One friendly remaining. Mission failed.
Hey, you committed.
All friendlies were eliminated.
You committed. Can I not scan every 3 minutes? No, because the Twitch API basically is like, it's not how Twitch API works. The Twitch API basically is sending messages to... It's basically just sending the messages as they come. So if you're not constantly looking to receive the messages, like you can't go back and scan the chat through the API, right? You'd have to like scrape it from the website or something. Which sounds really hard. I don't know how to do that.
Drone to locate a bomb.
Like, you can't just ask the API what are the last 10 messages or anything.
Be advised your drone has located a bomb. Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
Don't say I couldn't carry myself to champ.
You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Alright, I'll have no negativity in this lobby. Oh boy. We've really electric lawed this wall.
It is no longer in your possession.
Alright. We are sad. Sad about the current state of affairs. Did that hit? Alright.
Op 4 eliminated all friendlies.
What's up, Big Bear? We're waiting for the MIBR game to start. It starts in about... What time is it? It starts in about 25 minutes. That is not part of the job description. I didn't hire you for that. That's not part of your pay grade.
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb. Be advised your drone has located a bomb. 10 seconds to insertion. insertion in
What
5
rank are you?
seconds.
I don't really play ranked. I haven't played a ranked game all season. I haven't played a ranked game in like a year, to be
Make your way
honest.
its location and defuse it.
This is just unranked.
Drone activated.
My team's cleared through this, so I assume we're gonna be fine.
Loading mag!
All set to blow it. Clearing the way.
Aircraft deployed.
Fuck, can you hit this wall?
Flashbang.
Changing mags.
Using.
Op 4 last operator standing. Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
Cool. Why did Ubisoft scrap rank 1.0? I don't really know, to be honest. I feel like they thought rank 2.0 would feel better, and I think ranked 1.0 probably does feel better for people who don't really play the game very much. The problem is ranked 2.0 is really shit for people who like actually care about their ranked, which like should be the people that ranked is catered for, right? Like the people who mostly just want, yeah, rank 2.0 feels better for casual players. So the people who mostly just want to see progression, I feel like that's more like what the battle pass should be for, you know? Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
To
Like,
locate a bomb.